mean, I also want to be clear, utilities are very concerned about affordability. We can look at the last 15 years in terms of why bills went up even without demand going up and, second guess, are there things that we should have done differently? And I mean, the reality is that ship has sailed. We can't go back in time. What, again, I think this does call into question is that on a going forward basis, if we're actually motivated to solve this problem, to really take a solutions oriented approach here. The delicate balance of striking all of these priorities around affordability, reliability, and meeting these economic development opportunities, the need for us to thread that needle is only going to get thinner and thinner in terms of what is the range of prudent investments that's going to benefit all of these outcomes. And so, what I do think that means is that going forward, especially in this affordability constrained environment, that utilities are, and they are doing this, is taking a closer look at what are the things that are going to benefit these outcomes. But they also need to hear from consumers too, in terms of how their decisions are impacting those very consumers that they're trying to serve. And so I think, to give all stakeholders here some credit, I do think on a going forward basis that there are opportunities for more constructive engagement in ways that benefit consumers at the end of the day. But again, like there's still daylight between where we're at now in that regulatory process and system and where we could go. And so, what I do think that means, though, is on a going forward basis, the role of consumers and making their voices heard in this whole process is going to become more important and also more impactful. And so, if anything, I see all of this as a clarion call for folks to engage. If they haven't engaged before, now is the time because there's a broader set of stakeholders that are concerned about these issues. So you won't be alone, and you haven't been alone, but you certainly won't be alone going forward. And it's very clear that this is not a blue, red, purple, green issue. This is an issue that impacts everybody.